The Simpsons will be right back.
When you're through providing your own action for the evening, it's Blockbuster's turn, with 9,000 ways to make it a blockbuster night.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This is our first episode, the iiRcadians Retro 90s. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's up?
I'm ready to go back to the 90s.
Hey, who remembers Blockbuster?
Dude, I was in Blockbuster literally every single day. Every day.
Dude,
movies.
I go pre-Blockbuster with a chain called Errol's. You guys remember Errol's? And on a check this out. So they would only have a certain amount of copies like Blockbuster, but they would have even less. And people would pay me when I was like in middle school to go to Errol's on a Friday night, and you would put your name on a list of the movie you wanted. And you would sit there for 2 hours hoping some idiot brought back Spaceballs.
Kev, that was the difference between Blockbuster, because when Blockbuster came around, you finally had one where they had multiple copies. My local rental store used to go there.
They would have like 150 copies and never have the movie you wanted.
So one place I used to go to in Brooklyn, they had these. They kept the actual tapes behind behind the cash register in the back, and you basically had all these cards, and they had a number, and you'd have to keep going up to the front. But you got number 120, and they'd be like, "Go look, no," and then you're like, "Damn it!" And that's when you used to go rent stuff based on like how cool the box looked.
Yeah, dude, you had no idea if these were good or bad. Like, as a kid, I watched so many movies because they only had one copy, and I tried, and it turned out to be like Shopping Mall or something like that. You're like, what is this movie, you know? But that was the Wild West. You just hoped you got some movie. There was no Netflix. You just went in, hey, you just grabbed it and left, you know?
Hey, and Chris and Goofy still have their Blockbuster cards.
Nice.
Welcome to the show.
I definitely have mine. 100%.
How many times did you guys go to at like 8:58 and wait for the people to run to drop in the 9 movies so you can get it and leave? You're like,
I would hang out in the store for like an extra hour, and then every time you heard the noise of the VHS tapes dropping in, you go up to the front and see if the movie that you wanted came in.
It's like a dog with a bone. You're like, huh? And then like somebody else would be in there, and you're like, dude, he's waiting for Scream 2. He wants the same movie I do, and you'd kind of run up there real quick. It was dude. It was like a war back then. If you had.
We're talking about Blockbuster. And the other thing we could talk about from the intro was Pamela Anderson. Boy, she was a smokestack in the 90s, huh?
Yeah, she actually looks a lot like my ex-wife, but my ex-wife had black hair instead of
really.
That is awesome. Lucky
I just watched the Pam Lee documentary.
Yeah, that was in the 90s too.
Anybody watch that documentary? It gives you the whole Pam Lee story.
I did.
The whole story. Yeah. I need to check it out.
I don't know if you need to check it out, but she's a little loony.
My ex-wife looked exactly like Angelina Jolie, like pretty much like identical.
Wow. Wait, did we have the same ex-wife?
This is called. This is not the iiRcadians Retro 90s show. This is the Dirty Laundry show. So let's talk about what the topic of the show really was. This show's been a month in the making, and we've been polling the community, asking for them to pick the best games that came out in the 90s, and everything on this show was voted on and decided by the iiRcade community. So and that's pretty much what we got going on. ready to get into our first segment. We got a lot to cover tonight. Right now, the show's broken into 2 segments. This is part 1, just like the Guns N' Roses album. You know, it's so big we need 2 parts.
Use Your Illusions 1 and 2.
This is the Use Your Illusions 1 and 2 of iiRcadians content. So thank you for being here and suffering through it. Here we go. And we're going to start off with really, to me, one of the epic moments of our iiRcade community. This is the very first episode of the Friday Night Arcade Show. Somebody here is involved with that. Who would that be, Brooklyn?
That was me, and I started that the day that iiRcade first started putting games online. I remember it. It was myself, Papa Brad, and Jeff Rainwater. Since the 3 of us.
Since episode 1. So we're going to start off with a massive shout out to one of my favorite community shows, of course, the iiRcadians and the Friday Night Arcade Show. And let's check it out. Episode 1, Friday Night Arcade Show. First game picked, Outzone. We got this.
UAG says he's never played this. So UAG, this is it's actually considered a shooter, even though it's looks more like the Ikari Warriors, but it's not. They're gonna run out of energy. You need to get some energy. Player 1 up on the left, you're gonna have some energy, but it's a ways away. You gotta run up there. So trick on those spots right there, everybody, is you let the guys come out of those tanks a little bit, and you'll get more people to fight. Player 2 needs some energy. They're wasting bombs like they're candy.
They're candy.
Inside that thing should be some energy. There you go. Grab your energy, boys. 1 for each of you.
Can't take it with me.
It sounds amazing. It's pumping music. It just gets your heartbeat going. It's just one of the best games on the system. Mike says it's called 1.21 gigawatts, Rainwater. Okay, now you can't fall off the edge here. This gets kind of crazy. No, okay, you fell off anyway.
That's embarrassing.
This whole thing is embarrassing. Look at that. You guys shot both of you guys right in the balls.
Yo, Papa Brad set me up.
Look at it, he just walks off the edge. I just want you guys to know, I am not playing. This is not me. Like,
there you go.
There we go. Now this is a weapon that I can get behind, and you just gave it up. Oh, okay, that was dumb. Clearly, the skills are lacking here, folks. Now, if you can make it this far on 1-player mode with no quarters, then you got a little bit of skills, okay? With 1 quarter. All right, stage 2 clear.
This is fun.
I feel like neither of these guys are going to make it onto any resemblance of a leaderboard at this point, but that's not the point today.
I'm on all the leaderboards. I just draw on them with magic marker on my screen. I cross your name out, Rainwater, and put my name there.
There you go. So that's how you get in first. Then
I did make the leaderboard for some of the new shooters.
Mikey J Productions does not own Outzone. That's okay, Mikey. We can shun you from the iiRcade community for not having Outzone. That's a must-have, Mikey J. Come on, this game's amazing.
Toplin game. All of Toplin are good.
I think Toplin is the best developer on the iiRcade, to be honest.
Sure.
But I love SHMUPS, though. And player 2 completely misses his energy once again. All right, boss time, everybody. They're just going to bomb them because they're going to cheese their way through this. Bombs away. Look at that. They put 3 bombs on his face already, 4 bombs on his face, and they're into phase 2 of the fight. And here we go. He's got the spinny things with the sharp stuff and the crazy looking eyes, and they're going to start putting some more bombs out because guess what? They died and they got some more bombs. That's how they roll.
That's how you beat the game. You just keep dying and you do all your bombs.
All right, here we go. Oh, back to this part again. Run inside and then get out. Oh, no, that didn't work. Okay, oh, they're going to try it again. Oh, throw some more bombs in his face and finally they clear stage 4.
Put that over Jeff's face.
You made it. Stage 4 clear. Look at that. And they are up to 55,000 points. Not too shabby. Yeah, never mind. That's pretty bad.
Brad, was this your first time playing?
This is my first time playing online.
I remember you loved it so much.
First game I ever played online on iiRcade. Hard to believe.
You enjoyed it so much, I think you played through it a second time, like the next day with someone else.
I did a stream with another person from the community.
I wish I could remember who I played.
Massive shout out to the Friday Night Arcade.
These guys seem to think they have. So now they have 60,000 points. They may not want to give up those 60,000 points.
The music sounds way better in single player. It always gets wonky when you're playing co-op.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what a great game. What a great mixture of two different, types of games. I love running guns and like shoot 'em up. It's kind of like that perfect blend.
I know, and this was day one that we were doing this, and it's only gotten better.
Sitting at a big fat 0.
This game, like you literally have nowhere to even stay, and you're dealing with all of that coming from the boss, and you're just on that small platform.
Hey, you want to answer this question real quick from Mystery Encoder? He's asking, do you guys have game nights where anyone can join in? Every Friday night we do a show.
Yeah, every Friday night during my show, we start at 10:35 p.m. Eastern. We always like to hang out for a bit, talk about the current iiRcade news, what's going on. But we always get into live gameplay and would love other people to join in that have iiRcades.
Yeah. And both our shows are community shows. We're always letting people come in from the community. Isn't that right, Brooklyn?
Yes.
I mean, so hit that like button. Thank you. We always forget to self-promote, but thank you so much.
You have no place to dodge.
All right. Are we just going to watch the whole episode?
No, it's edited. It's edited. It's short. It's short. I just want to play it to the good stopping point.
Because that's what they do on these bosses.
I think I was playing this game online with somebody while you guys were doing it live.
That's how you play, Papa Brad, right?
Okay, in case you're not aware of what you just saw, we just looped the game. We played the game all the way through to the ending. And what happens at the ending of Outzone is the game actually restarts. It just loops, and you have to play it a second time all the way through to get to the true ending of Outzone. So that was a complete playthrough online of Outzone.
And if you like that, then you definitely also want to check out Fix8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fix8's really good. So that was, basically, this was the first day that iiRcade had developed online.
We showed these people.
And they want you to play again.
One other game was released the first day online. Was it Windjammers?
They just had a few of them. I think, Windjammers.
With a double dragon.
And we're gonna bring on a friend of the iiRcadians, someone I really like. If you're not at a chance, please go subscribe to erbwars channel. He's a really cool guy. He's also friends with Pamela Anderson.
Herb's got a great collection of games. Look behind him. Look at that collection.
He knows retro games.
Yeah,
he knows retro games for sure. And so the next game that was selected, guess in the chat. What's he going to talk about? I wonder if anyone can guess.
He's going to talk about Gunbird.
He thinks he's going to talk about Gunbird.
Was Gunbird 90s? Yeah.
The Gunbird. Yeah, he's going to probably talk about Gunbird and how much money.
The rarities. Yeah.
Yeah. He has an epic game collection.
Yeah.
We talked about Friday night game.
Crazy.
Okay. And here we go. We're on topic 2.
What's up, iiRcadians? erbwars here.
What's up, erbwars?
You cool cats about iRim's 1993 shooter, In the Hunt.
Yeah.
In the Hunt. This is a fantastic shmup.
Probably my favorite game on
the
this list.
DAS, also known as the Dark Anarchy Society, in melting what was left of the polar ice caps to destroy the rest of Earth. In the Hunt uses 2 buttons, one to shoot your bullets horizontally and the other one to shoot your buttons vertically, as you need to concentrate on what's happening above water as well as in the water itself. Players also have the ability to control the scrolling of the map. It's not auto-scrolling, so you control your destination, basically. Some viewers of this game might notice similar graphics to a famous SNK game known as Metal Slug, and you would be correct, because the people that created this game eventually went on to create Metal Slug. There are 6 different stages in the hunt, and each one of them play differently, and it helps keep the gameplay nice and fresh. Thankfully, we have infinite lives with our iiRcade, because I'm not sure I'd be able to get past this game if not. Yes, it's the type of game where you throw a quarter in and you're able to start exactly where you were, but I don't think I'd be able to afford beating this game without the unlimited continues. My favorite boss is this boss here from stage 4. It looks like to me like a 3-headed turtle, maybe dragon, snapper turtle. I can't really figure it out. But his character design is really cool. Difficulty is definitely up there, but his character design is great. I notice if you try to stay at the bottom, you don't normally get hit as much, but you have to wait for them to come down. And when you respawn, you see that shield around you. That's your shield for respawning. And when this boss is getting weaker, he turns red. As you can see, I'm not the best game player, obviously. This isn't an easy shooter. This is like R-type hard.
I wouldn't say
nothing hard as R-type.
No,
this is like this is preschool compared to R-type.
Yeah, this stage is
awesome. Kindergarten.
Rock giant monster. Yeah. And you have to work your way up the stage.
It is fun. I love this game. It's such a great game.
This is what I really love about this game, is it keeps it fun. The idea is fresh, and it's just not the
like
same
no games with submarines.
Gameplay over and over. They did a really cool job with it, and the music is pretty damn good in this. Not my favorite boss, but absolutely my favorite stage of playing this game.
This stage is fun.
Yeah.
What's so cool about In the Hunt is you think, like in the beginning, they're gonna kind of stick to, you know,
by the same guy that was
real things, but then it takes that sci-fi turn real quick.
Yeah, I know.
And dodging these blocks.
Another thing, everything moves, even like it moves like Metal
Slug too. You have to shoot the blocks, not the enemy. And then
I like the boss's shredded face with the fanging eyeballs. I mean, how cool is that?
So this is a pretty cool boss battle, and it's different.
Ash Williams is in the
you're
submarine.
Not physically shooting the boss himself.
Dude, that stage looks sick.
And after 6 stages, you find yourself to this pretty cool cutscene. Totally worth playing this game. It's a unique shooter. It's not your typical space shooter. You're underwater. You're able to shoot up and down, up and across, and it's a really fun game. Each stage is completely different than the first, and each boss battle is completely different. Personally, my favorite boss is stage 4, but my favorite level is stage 5. There's endless replayability on this because you want to try to do better than you did on the previous run with the amount of credits you used. I could totally see myself maybe challenging myself to only use $2 and see how far I can get. Or maybe $1. That gives this game so much replayability. Anyways, guys, this is a game that's not as popular by iRim. Maybe you guys want to check out. Thank you so much for watching. erbwars out. Shout out to my friend Todd Russell for being in 2nd place. I actually made the leaderboards. I'm on 11th place. Shout out to Papa Brad.
Hey, shout out to erbwars.
Mikey J.
Shout out to erbwars.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Definitely.
Really appreciate it. And shout out to Jong and Michael from iiRcade.
Talking about games. That's what the show is.
Hey kids, Pop and Pin's bowling isn't just for ninjas.
Oh no. Beat that.
In the Hunt is totally worth it.
I've never seen this commercial.
Right. Look at that action.
Pop and Pin's bowling, part of the Team Turtle collection.
Look at that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, subterranean sewer hockey.
Master the ninja skill of getting the pizza to go into the sewer.
Awesome.
comes with 12 Ninja Turtle players, a higher form of turtle power.
All right, Turtle Power, man.
Power.
What? Y'all remember Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles? That was like huge in the 90s. Y'all remember that?
I want a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Were you a fan?
And foosball or bubble hockey.
I remember going to the movies to see the first one in '90, I think it was, and it was like for its time, it was like, this is awesome, this is phenomenal. Look at those costumes.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Prince Malcolm, a huge friend to the iiRcade community, helping to get us a lot of these great games we're enjoying. Thank you.
Yeah, but a lot of people still to this day, though, even with the advancement in CGI and what they've done with Ninja Turtles, still would prefer
stuff.
the practical effects that they did.
We like the old school
one.
stuff.
Yeah.
That is 100%.
I actually would watch those. Oh, even the third one. Then these last two that Michael Bay did, they're just not good. There's no harder charm that the first couple had back in the '90s.
Yeah,
and of course Vanilla Ice wasn't involved. So, but it was a big deal going to the movies. You know, checking this out, it made a lot of money. People were like this is amazing. So nowadays we're jaded by CGI. You know, the practical side
it's too easy just to slap in some CGI in a movie and just follow a formula where everything is predictable and expected.
Yep.
You know.
I mean, go watch Labyrinth. To this day, it's still legit. Everything was practical in Labyrinth for the most part with those puppets. And it's like, you can, if they did that today, they would be 89 computer puppets on a screen. But it's just so awesome that in the 90s, they still were using practical stuff in the early part of it.
Well, they did that The Thing prequel, right? And they did that all practical. And then the studio went back and was like, no, we got to do this all CG.
Yeah, wow.
You can find it online. They show all the stuff that they did practical.
Oh, wow. It turned the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that Ash vs. Evil Dead series, they tried to do everything in that as practical as possible, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. It's on my list to watch
really
that.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up our first list of someone that's kind of been a staple in this community. I'm going to pull up Jeff Rainwater's list. Okay, we have Elevator Action Returns, Outzone, which we just showed, Alien Storm, P-47 Aces, Grindstormer, Batsugan, Alligator Hunt. Yeah, Jeff cheated. I told him 5, and he sends me 7. So this is typical of Rainwater. So
it's hard, man, sometimes.
It is hard, but I mean, the task was to limit it to 5 games. But this is one that I think a lot of people will be in their top games. Let's take a quick look. Turn that sound down. This is Batsugan, 1994, Toplin's final shmup. What do y'all think of this game?
It's great. We kicked this
talk
one
over
on.
There's no narration on this, so let's just talk over it.
We played this. I played this 2 weeks ago, just kind of like off the cuff, because Cuddles was talking about Batsugan, the special version that's coming out, and I said we already have it. And he's like, no, we don't. And I showed him, but what there is a new version coming out, which they have done some stuff like you can tweak the game. You can actually play it vertical, and you can turn the game horizontal. We don't have that, but it's still like a popular enough shoot 'em up that they're still re-releasing it for cartridges and older systems and people. It's in demand, People want to own it and play it.
That'd be interesting to play it horizontal. So it's side scrolls.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It kind of changes it up by doing that.
Yeah.
What a great game. If you're into shmups, this is one of the best shmups on iiRcade. It's fantastic. I'm going to pause it right there. We've talked a lot about shmups, and we've introduced the community to a lot of shmups. I just want to say this. Reason to have an iiRcade, bam.
Yeah, you like shmup.
The entire Toplin shmup library on iiRcade, just purring and playing perfectly. And wait, if that's not enough, bam, page 2. more great shmups. And we even had a special show where we came up with our personal top 10. So just obviously the theme of this show is this show is going to be themed towards shmups a lot because there's so many great ones. But certainly Batsugan is definitely a top one. The power-ups are just fantastic. What
After
do you guys
playing
think?
Stormblade the other day, I would put
Stormblade is
too.
fantastic.
Wow, it's so good.
Stormblade is so good. If you haven't checked out Stormblade, that couldn't qualify. Is it? No way. It is 90s. Is it 2000s or 90s Stormblade?
That's got to be 90s.
Is it 90s? It's a great game.
That has a distinct 90s look to it.
Yeah.
Plays very smooth, kind of like Strikers.
Mm-hmm.
It just when you're shooting, it just reacts so fast, and it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of variety to it with all the different playable characters in it.
I think Strikers, Stormblade, and Batsugan are all excellent representations of that time period with shmups. What do you think, kevgret? I know you're a fan of that genre. Jeff, if you don't know about Jeff Rainwater is a massive shmup fan, though. I've known Jeff for a long time, and that dude likes himself some shmups.
Yeah, what's great about shoot 'em ups? Like, I'm not Brad. Like, you can blow me away at these shoot 'em ups, but what's great about it?
The only time I win the Friday Night Arcade, by the way, is when we're doing a shmup.
What's great about it is every one of these games has its own different hook and different enemy patterns, and you don't have to be great at it, but you can get in there and memorize and get better. And this iiRcade with the controls that it has, it just feels right. And these soundtracks are meant to be heard, with these 100-watt speakers. So, while I'm not the greatest at these games, I just love playing it for the nostalgia feel and just push yourself. Like Herb said, I'm going to play it for $1 and see how far I can get for $1.
How far can I get on $1?
Oh, it's so good. So 90% of these shooters, Brad, are pretty much must-owns. There's not many that are bad.
Great.
That's the thing.
Pretty much most of that Toplin library could be on my top 10.
Exactly.
I can't limit it to just one genre, but what do you think, Dave? I know you got a chance to play some of these.
I think that for most of them, the more you play whatever shooter, you get better at all the other shooters, right? Because you just get used to everything. Because I'm not
the skill sets definitely transfer.
And I'm not a big shooter guy, but
especially bullet hell type shooters.
Yeah,
that carries over to any shooter.
Super greedy too, right? You're like, I need a power up, and I got to get all the gems or the.
All that stuff is designed to make you mess up.
I know. Trust me, I know. We'll talk about that with one of the other shooters on the list.
Okay, awesome. So Batsugan got a ton of votes. It was in many of the top 5s. It was like probably one of the most popular shmups. So shout out to Batsugan, Toplin's last game, which is a shame because Toplin knew how to make shmups. So let's continue.
Strikers.
Love Strikers.
Good game.
He's talking like this was in like the family store. So come on. We know we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, he's a ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game requires a lot of
Okay, a little context here. This is the Friday Night Arcade show, and B kind of popped in. B Kongs of Russ. Y'all know B Kongs of Russ?
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to take Papa Brad out in this game, Strikers. And this is just a little video of that.
It's a very good gamer. He can play anything. It's the action.
Herb already posted his score.
I don't know if anyone noticed, but I have Ripley from Aliens snuck into the corner of my screen.
I see it.
We're going by the honor system with Herbs because
I have a picture.
we trust him. No, so far he's in the lead.
Okay, a little context because some people might not know what's going on. Can you explain to them what the 1/4 challenge is, Brooklyn Menace?
Yeah, so the 1/4 challenge is something that I choose a game every week on the show, and you get no practice runs, 1/4, whatever happens.
You don't know what the game is either. It's not.
Well, I've been
usually.
I used to play the surprise. Now I'm actually posting it so people could see it. But on this night when we were playing Strikers, I guess B kind of like caught wind of the stream and wound up being at Strikers when he was younger. I guess his family owned a store, and that was the arcade that was in the store. So he wanted to play, you know.
He's like, I'm in on this one.
Yeah.
Prepare to go down, iiRcadians.
Papa's like,
prepare to go down.
And you know, he's great at games. So, but
yeah, he is great at games.
Well, Brad already gave it away. He did not. Brad did win.
Let's check it out.
So the score to beat right now is 127,700.
Oh yeah! Let's do this. Come on now. What? See that?
And
What? Good lord.
The thing is, playing a game like Strikers, this is
a good pick. I'm wondering if anyone that's watching this tonight doesn't have this game.
Dude.
This game will teach you how to run
Maybe
bullet
found
patterns. It's an excellent game for practicing shmup skills.
To add to
One of
your
those games you should get like day one with your iiRcade.
Yeah.
I didn't have it till today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Strikers 1945 Plus, was on a ton of the lists.
Awesome on this game.
I like the way you have, you know, the kind of classic type of planes, but the weapons are over the top, and then you have
exactly
stuff turning into robots.
Yeah.
It's a great mashup.
Good point. Good point.
Great mashup of the modern with the robots and stuff, and the WW2 stuff. Very cool.
I like the way the firing is. It reminds me of that suit.
It's very smooth.
So there's 45 plus and 45 available. What's the difference between the two versions?
The other one is matters what plane you choose. It's a little bit more modern, and then you have the bezel on the side that kind of shows more stuff like your weapons. The graphics are a little bit more improved. Whoa, Papa
I
Brad
think some of the
is
stages are
getting
remixed
close.
too, right?
Yeah.
He just took the lead. Yep, just took the lead.
There you go. Oh.
Shout out to Kongs and Russ.
Yeah.
We need more of the bigger YouTubers like dipping their toes in the iiRcade community.
Co-op too.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
And you know that's the thing too. A lot of these shmups are super hard, but when you play with 2 players, they become more fun.
This is made by the same company that made last week's challenge.
Yeah, Psycho
They had
is pretty big. They make Gunbird.
Your erbwars.
Yeah, herbs in the house.
Steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, B, I showed that picture like a half hour ago of that person that customized their gold into a Strikers.
I played this game a lot growing up. Yep, it must have been at the store.
Oh, Baby Yoda.
All right, I might be screwed because I don't know if I'm getting this far in one credit. Oh, that's I'm done.
In some ways, this game it's a matter of luck. In some ways, too.
But you know, like with shmups, the more of them you play, it all crosses over. You know,
For sure.
I'm sure it's that way with fighters. I just don't play them enough. But with shmups, like once you get used to like
It's okay. Do a video on modding its iiRcade. I wish he would.
Yeah.
You should reskin it for sure.
Switch up as much as that.
Now that he's got a Dragon Slayer.
One from last week was totally.
I thought he sold it.
It was. That was crazy.
iiRcade?
So if you're watching the show, I'm
Came on
gonna
here.
give you a little
No, I don't
fact.
think he did.
Papa
Okay,
Brad did
maybe he
not
did, I
own
don't
this game before the show tonight. And look at him.
Is that true? Is that true, Brad?
Dominating.
You bought it that day?
I bought it this day that we played.
All right, let's see what your score is.
I love shmups. I love
Have you
shmups.
played it before?
Never played it. First time playing it.
Alex just posted his score. He did really well. Well, not as good as Papa Brad though. All right, let's put. Oh man, I'm in trouble.
235,900.
235,900. All right. Well, at least I'm going to
Welcome to the
attempt
show,
to
Jamie.
give you a little sound on the game. So, if the rest of the panel can help talk us through this, I'm going to be turning my mic off.
And this is just a sample, like one of those segments from Friday Night Arcade. Brooklyn is also a very good shmup player. You're hard to beat, Brooklyn.
Buff. Okay, hopefully we'll get good sound. I know last week something weird happened, but we'll see what happens.
Turn my sound up.
Now, if I'm going at a certain depth, I always use a bomb then.
He's keeping up with you, Brad.
Yeah, I see that. He's gonna end up beating me maybe. He's going good.
I always blow it.
Use this last bomb. Changing up to the robot. Seems like the enemies change to robots towards the end.
Oh, no.
Let's see how he did. Really close. Take care, Goofyfoot. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being on the show.
My camera over first. What was the score?
Yeah, what was the end score?
I don't know. I gotta go look. It wasn't good enough to beat yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Of course, I lose. It was 180,200.
180,000. Cool. Good score.
I'm gonna actually play and demo the game on my iiRcade cabinet earlier today. On the Brooklyn Menace show, they actually did some gameplay and they did a 1/4 challenge on 1945 plus. And so I'm going to get in here and play one time and see. I think the high score that Papa Brad had was 235,000 points. So let's just play this for the first time and see how far I get so you can survive that one. Okay. There it is. He's dead. All right, 200,000, 1 life left. I think I can beat Papa Brad. The only bad thing about the iiRcade on this particular game, the original Strikers 1945 actually has a global leaderboard. And unfortunately, oh no, I died. I died early. No. Oh no. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I've already kind of like 1 life left.
He's done.
Done on my last life yet, and I'm not there
Bye bye.
yet. Oh my goodness.
iiRcade for the win.
This is bad. Talking too much. Talking too much. I need to concentrate. Otherwise, I'm not going to beat Brad's score. All right, 225,000. I need to get to 250,000 to say that I beat. Oh, no.
So we were playing plus. That's why it's got a side to it.
I think you beat me. No. My one challenge. What was my score? That's really sad. 227,000 on 1 life. I lost all my lives in that last second. All right, Papa Brad, you bested me in this 1/4 challenge this week. What can I say? I didn't play that well because I was talking too much, but it was fun. It was fun. But that's Strikers 1945 plus.
And he never turned his iiRcade on.
Massive shout out to B. Collins and Russ.
That was the last time he played it.
Yeah. Whose first words when he came on an iiRcade show is, "I'm selling my iiRcade." His very first words he ever said he came on.
He said, "Talk me out of it." I'm not talking you out of it. Sell it.
But yeah,
awesome.
I mean, we do need more people in the community, like join the iiRcade community. You know, more community involvement. And that's what you were talking about on your last show, Brooklyn Menace. It's really very easy with iiRcade because it has HDMI out. I mean, it could not be easier to stream a game from the iiRcade. You can buy a $20 USB dongle and stream games from the iiRcade. Shout out to B. Kongs and Russ, but he did get his revenge because he kicked my ass at Marvel vs. Capcom. I played him Marvel vs. Capcom, and he was wiping the floor with me. But we need to see more good sportsmanship in this community, I think, for sure. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
There was a time where more people participated, and then a memo went out. And
the memo went out. Like you can't cover everything. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
you can't cover everything in this community. I
think
stuff has to be segmented.
Sorry, I think I have other ways that people can participate. I did talk about starting like a Facebook group or a Discord, just where people can kind of like know if they stop in, they can kind of see what will be playing, give some ideas for the show. But I also think I'm going to accept still pictures of somebody's score of the game. They could submit them, And then if anyone beats us, you know, after we play, we'll show the scores. I also might.
There's only one problem with that. You can rewind with that games.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. You gotta play on the iiRcade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be part of the 1/4 challenge. We're playing the games on there. So just to keep it fair, we're all on the same playing field. Yeah, obviously if someone sends a picture, I don't know if they screwed up like Kong did early on in the game. If they said, well, I'm starting over.
Hit that rewind button on my ALU.
I also might be
before I got hit.
I also might be approaching other people
that feature, but it's not
in the community that I know have iiRcades. Hey, you can't be on the show. Do a quick pre-recorded video of you playing the game, and then I might have some surprise players pop in after we play. When you think it's all done, all of a sudden I'm going to kick a video in of another YouTuber playing the game, and we'll see if they can beat us.
We got a quick question from Mystery Encoder. Yeah, they're working on the interface. That's a definite thing that's going to be coming out. That's like number 1 on their list of priorities.
They got to get that out. I mean, I've noticed a lot lately with just the way when I'm going through those menus, I'll try to find a game and then accidentally I'm back up at the top.
Yeah, it's been happening.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, you think it's bad? Imagine if you have all the games like I do.
Well, it gets bad the more games you get.
It's like they know about it.
Brad's iiRcade is like trying to find a movie to watch on Netflix.
He's got every game.
3 hours.
I'm close anyway. I have every game.
Every game.
I'm pretty close, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I
Hey,
put
who's
together
this?
some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got a buck? You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
The Star Wars trilogy is back on the big screen, and each planet is celebrating in a different way. On Earth, people are playing Feel the Force at Taco Bell. Press the game piece to magically reveal if you've instantly won cash, one of millions of prizes, or a special edition Hummer. See the trilogy, Feel the Force. Play the game at Taco Bell.
Are you sure this is the right theater? I'm not even sure it's the right planet.
The most acclaimed movie of the year, nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Actor, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Picture of the Year.
That's a bold statement.
Pulp Fiction, rated R, now playing.
Okay, 3 topics.
That literally
3 topics of the 90s.
Yeah,
Donald
that
Trump,
movie relaunched John Travolta's career in movies.
Pulp Fiction. I mean,
great film.
To me, that was one of Tarantino's best movies. I mean, nothing was more 90s than Pulp Fiction. I mean,
he went on a run after that. You know, that brought him back. You know, Broken Arrow, Michael.
That definitely put him on the map.
All those.
And the other thing in the 90s,
Get Shorty.
when I was researching nostalgia for the show, is the 90s saw the re-release of the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yep.
Which some people loved and some people hated. We could do a quick round poll. Let's do a quick poll. Did you like the re-release of Star Wars in the 90s? No one knew I was going to do
I will start. I went to see it. I was
Brooklyn.
super excited to go see it. And I think at the time in the 90s, I like it. But now, looking back, I just want to see the original version because I'm actually was old enough that I saw Star Wars, the original, when it first came out.
I did
in the 70s in the movies.
It's on the movie theater. There was a line.
And it was just exciting when it was, being re-released with some upgraded visual effects and some added scenes. But now I just want to see the originals again, and you just can't. There's nowhere to find them.
Been cut up. Kevgret, what do you think?
Yeah, if you go, there's websites that literally.
You can talk about Taco Bell if you want. You don't have to talk. I mean, we have.
Remember, like when you used to see like the TIE fighters,
Taco Bell,
and you would see like the little squares. Like you could see them, like the faded squares around them. Like you could see the strings on stuff. Yeah, they took all that out.
They did clean up some of the special effects. So I'm sorry. What did you think of it? What did you think of the re-release?
I didn't appreciate it because there were some changes made, and especially if you go to the website that lists everything he did to these things, and it's like
Han shot first.
Yeah,
you can't change that. I mean,
why are you changing that stuff? But he changed a lot of little, like, it's just weird the way he went back and his no gun policy and stuff like that. When it's just like, what are you doing? So yeah, I mean the original. But here's the thing: I can't find them. Like,
you can't.
Every version has different things than the original did. So yeah, it's.
I know. What do you think, Dave?
I like the original one. It was neat to see what he did, but the original ones are way better, and it's proof that he needs to do something else besides mess with these movies that were done in the 70s, right? Like, my movie's done, I turned it in, I'm on to the next one. Don't go back.
That project is finished. Yeah, Don't ruin our nostalgia. Don't reinvent things that we love. I mean,
Well, it's no different than bands, looking at their 1970 hit in 2001. You're not going to get the same result, dude. You can't do Stairway to Heaven today. It is what it was.
The times changed.
Times changed.
I can tell you what I hated.
I mean,
you
can't make a game as good as Robotron and call it Saturn and actually have it be actually as good, if not better, than Robotron. And and then give it away for free. Could you? You could not do that. Why? You would be crazy to take one of the best games on the machine and literally say, "Here, gift to you for free." You would be nuts.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Brady, even back in the 90s, the scene I could not stand that was so cringy was what they did in the bar scene with the singing routine.
Oh, yeah. That was
painful to watch. Like, why would you do that? Just ruins it.
Horrible. I was just like, as a Boba Fett fanboy, adding Boba Fett in to me was the only thing I liked. I was like, look, it's Boba Fett because he's so minimally in the actual original trilogy.
Yeah.
There's just a couple of scenes you get Boba Fett. So I did like that they added him in. That was like the only thing I like looking back at it that I did like.
And he was like younger. You saw him. Oh no, I'm not. I meant what's the name? Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, they added him.
Yeah.
How do you think? I know this is the 90s, not 70s, but how do you think it would? I think people would like purchase them if they actually put the originals back out untouched again.
Oh yeah,
put out a set of that.
Yeah,
people would buy.
They'll never do that because they don't want to admit that people like the original stuff more. They'll never do it.
Yeah, the problem
you can buy it. They have versions of it you can buy where people have went back and done that.
But the problem is that it's only Rey Skywalker that they want to say exists. Luke is gone. They're all gone. The history will never be revisited from those movies. They're always looking forward and trying to bury the name Skywalker.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a shame.
Brooklyn's right. Let's do the iiRcadian 70s. Ready? Space Invaders. Show over. Okay. That's it. iiRcadian 70s. Space Invaders.
One.
Okay, let's see. Where are we going next? Hold on.
I had the notes up. Space Bomber.
Good one.
Okay. All right. Well, here's a game spotlight that I did for a game that is kind of a little.
Shout out to my fallen brothers, the OG iiRcadians.
Every one
Three
of them.
of the four of these people have left the home arcade community due to a toxic environment.
A little bit different, but it's a shoot 'em up.
They were forced out.
Space Bomber. Take a look. Hey guys, today we're taking a look at Space Bomber. Space Bomber was developed by Psycho, which, if that name sounds familiar to you, is probably because you've played some of their other games like the Strikers 1945 or Gunbird series. Those games, as well as some others, were made by Psycho, which
is he reading
tells
from Wiki?
You right off the gate. Psycho knows how to
I don't
make
think so. Only Papa Brad does that.
So don't discount this one. Just
shout out to Wikipedia.
163 in the game store. This is
I love this game.
Gem in my
I do
opinion.
too.
Now, this was an arcade game that released in Japan only back in 1998.
Jeff was good at making these
you've got
reviews
kind of
too. He was really good at
it. But you've got these goofy enemies that you're fighting. Everything from space squids and UFOs to dogs.
You know how long I played this game for, Brad, before I realized that you got to hold the button down and you can launch the enemies and collect them all. It adds a lot of variety. And yeah, Look at the boss battles. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Here's another
this
boss.
is
This one's a bit of a ham. Seriously though, look at
a bit of a ham.
Boss is. I mean, what a screen hog.
Jesus.
So in the original arcade, you could play as a
No
gold
comment
ship,
on
which
pigs.
had like a spread shot. There was a blue ship that had a rapid fire shot, and there was a third ship which was a polyomino Tetris piece, and it had a drill. Now I think there might have been licensing issues with the Tetris thing, and so that's not the version.
Was that Cuddles
we got
complimenting
here.
a game?
So
Yeah,
you
it
don't
sounded
have
like
an
it.
option with the arcade version, but it's still a fun game. The trick to this game
CRT
is you
filter.
want to use these special powers. Now you don't have a bomb on your B button, but instead what you can do is you
I
can
haven't gotten
use
this
your
far.
Go gadget arm.
How cool that
Looks
is.
like a shooter from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Look at that. What a great video.
And you can use that claw to grab power-ups, or in most cases you want to use it to grab the enemies. And you'll be spending the first couple playthroughs of this game just kind of figuring out which enemies are best used to just kill, or which ones are good for using for their special power. Some of these special powers are pretty awesome against the bosses, and other ones are great for clearing waves out. Now, why would you want to use that to clear out a wave instead of just killing them? Well, because that's the trick to getting high scores in this game. Some of these special shots will do like spread shots that will allow you to take out a whole wave, and when you do that,
They
you
look
can
like the
get all
scrubbing
these money
bubbles,
bags,
yeah.
which are worth a lot of points. So if
This
you
game
wanna
is
get
bizarre.
the,
It's just so good. It's so bizarre.
You gotta learn how to use these
It's
special
legit
powers,
like a
which ones
Pee-wee
to
from
use
Pee-wee's
when.
Playhouse.
This
playing
turtle has
shooter
a
in
cool
this game.
special ability.
I know, it's so
When you
trippy.
stand under it, it protects you from bullets, which
What do you
is
think of this game,
as I
Brooklyn?
like to call it.
I love it.
Shelter.
I love it too.
The first time I ran across this was before I had an iArcade. I was just flipping through on a Pandora's box, and the little preview for this came up, and immediately I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this one."
Yeah, it's
And
great. This and Game Paradise are two of my favorite kind of quirky
Yeah.
ones.
I never really felt frustrated though that I was going to die immediately several times in a row.
You can see Jeff was good at playing shmups too.
Yeah.
It's not
This is a genre that he
Good.
likes.
This game, he's making it look easier than it is. This is not an easy game.
Cutscenes and stuff, but I don't think it's anything that's really much of a concern in this case. And no need
Shout
to do
out to
anything
Rainwater
like that.
Games.
So definitely, this one's worth
R.I.P. brother.
checking out on the store. Total game length will take you about 26 minutes start to finish. I want to see you guys on this leaderboard because this one's a lot of fun, and it takes a couple playthroughs to really master this one and figure out how to use those special powers, and it's a nice twist using that claw that's just different from other shooters that are out there, and I think that's why this is one that's worth checking out. So give it a go, guys. This is Space Bomber.
There you go, Space Bomber. Space Bomber.
This game, the firepower in this game is insane.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna turn the sound way down on this. This is Doggin. This made it on the list too. Let's watch a little bit of this. This is me and Brooklyn. We did a complete run through the game playing online. I'm in Louisiana. Where you at, Brooklyn?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Playing a shmup through online on iiRcade. This is very early too. They have it running better than it even ran here.
You want my coordinates?
Yeah, yeah. Let's just dox each other, you know. Doxing.
Dude, the neon in this game is just beautiful.
Yeah, the weapons in this game
Yeah.
are what make it very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't have a ton of stuff flying at you either.
This game is great. We just beat the game online.
Right, weren't we like merging into one ship?
We
in
made
this
one
game,
giant
too?
robot, yeah.
And
yeah.
like one would take over.
And we have someone from the community.
Whoa, special
Whose list is this?
list.
Special guest. Hold the presses.
MJ.
I'm supposed to do it, you know, like I'm supposed to pretend that I can't read and let one of the lowerlings read this list. Can one of you lowerlings read this list?
I like this list. Shadow Force, great beat 'em up because there's so much variety to that as well. And there's one that I really never even knew existed. But
Shout
when you
out to
play
Michael.
it, you can pretty much possess any enemy that you're fighting in the game, and then you're playing as them. If
Mhm.
you play co-op in this game, at the end of the levels, you also fight each other. Breakers Revenge, we all know, best, fighting game.
The fighting game for iiRcade. There's no other fighting game. That's it. Breakers.
And also, even outside of iiRcade, believe it or not, Breakers still has a huge following for that series.
It's fun, and it runs really smooth. Breakers Online runs really smooth on iiRcade.
Heavy Smash still probably one of the best experiences, like playing.
Hey, Alfred, good to see you.
And watching people play online. It's a lot of fun. Magic Drop 3, that's also great. Just imagine a puzzle game, but you're playing against somebody, so the stuff that you're doing on your end is affecting them and making it harder for them, and you just got to make all the little crystals and stuff collapse down on them. I love that game.
Absolutely. What do you think, kevgret? Out of this list, what's your favorite?
Probably Heavy Smash.
The list. There you go.
Yeah, Heavy Smash, and then I'd go Shadow Force. The great thing about Heavy Smash, when you guys were running that back online, I literally was just watching. It was like I was watching and like rooting, and it was like I was watching an actual game. It was so fun to watch because you weren't out of it, and there were so many combos, and it was like you can come back with 5 seconds left, and it was just like, this is what online is going to evolve into, especially with the HDMI outs, and we all can do this. And eventually, if spectate mode comes, it's Heavy Smash is the title if you want competitive online, and you don't like fighting games, because
all they need to do is tweak that online system where we have spectate on all the games.
Yes,
iiRcade would be the system where they could do that, because it's a global.
Exactly.
They're using a global system to do it.
Yeah. Heavy Smash, definite. Michael picked a great one for that one.
No hiding here. Punk Rock Dave.
Punk.
Oh boy.
What game would you say is your favorite out of this list?
It would have to be Dog Yun or Heavy Smash, probably. I'm not a big fighting game fan.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not my thing. And so I played a little bit of Breakers Revenge last night, but I always just feel like I'm just mashing buttons.
Same here. I'm in the same boat. I that's why I don't like playing fighters, because I don't feel like I feel like I'm only hitting buttons, and if something happens, I get lucky.
Yeah,
but I actually want to be calculated. I want to be able to do special moves and not have it happen by luck.
Yeah,
So
fighting games are great, and people love them. And you know what? I'm not knocking anybody that loves fighting games. That's their thing, right? But for me, it's just not. I'm more, kind of that old school stuff, and then like platformers and scrolling shooters, and some of the older top down stuff. Like
you like the retro games a lot, like Papa Brad. And we talked about that a lot.
Why the 90s is a little tough for me, right? It was I was not really spending a lot of time playing. I was in school, so I was spending a lot of time playing.
For me, I'm going to shock everyone and say my favorite game of this list is Breakers Revenge. It's my favorite game of this. I'm going to shock everyone, but just because I think it is so great, and I really do enjoy it. So I'm going to pick Breakers as my number one out of this list. But thank you to Michael for sending me a list and sharing it with us. King of Shmups. $1998. One of the later 90s games. We're going to show.
I enjoy watching people who are good at this game.
Yeah,
play.
Exactly.
Here is every special move that can be done in Breakers Revenge. This is a cool thing.
My favorite match was when we did it live at iiRcade headquarters. It was King Creole versus P-Dubs.
P-Dubs.
A grudge match.
P-Dubs is legit.
And man, we had to hold that. I was filming, but they had to hold that iiRcade from both sides. Those guys were going to tip it over. They were getting serious.
It was rocking.
Sounds like a hurricane when I'm playing this game with the way I hit my buttons.
I thought that was just for Princess Quest, Brad.
No, that's you think that's bad? You should see a fighter.
Yeah. See, the problem for me with Breakers, I didn't have access to this in the arcade, so I don't really hold the nostalgia flame for this.
Yeah.
But like Brooklyn said, this looks awesome to watch. Like I'll never be able to do this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Street Fighter clone, but it's really done well.
Yeah.
I agree with Goofyfoot.
Yeah.
One of my favorite fighters of all time. My Dreamcast is always behind me, but Soul Calibur is an absolute favorite of mine.
The hell does he say it? That's awesome.
Oh, these special moves are great.
Is that T-Hawk?
Yeah. And Magical Drop 3, also selected by Michael. These were Michael's picks.
Look at this. All the great characters you can select from. It's kind of like, imagine like Super Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah.
This game has fantastic online. It plays so smooth and so perfect online. Yeah. This is what a puzzle game should be for an arcade to have this. It's fantastic. Great puzzle game. Spectate mode.
Ready? Go.
Shout out to Punk Rock Dave. Bubble Bobble. What you think of Bubble Bobble?
Bubble Bobble?
Yeah.
Are we getting it?
I love Bubble Bobble, man.
Put it on our wish list. Bubble Bobble. Come on now.
Bubble
Bobble.
Who
doesn't like bubble?
Probably
This is a game with bubbles. I'm sorry I had to put you on the spot, but Dave tells me every day, he says, Brad, have you played Bubble Bobble? Have you played Bubble Bobble? So I'm just calling him out on my show. But
I spent like a whole weekend playing Bubble Bobble one weekend. It was
shout out to iiRcades. I believe iiRcades has that as a stock game, don't they, Brooklyn?
Stock game.
Stock game on the iiRcades is Bubble Bobble, a fantastic game.
And Zookeeper is a stock game as well. Imagine those two.
Those would be too high. I like on my wish list for iiRcade with their online playing like some of those would be great.
Punk Rock Dave, if you were playing it all weekend, how long did it take you to get that tune out of your head? I'd be humming it for days.
Yeah, it was stuck in there for a while. I was I found it in my Hilo hack for my MVSX. And I was like, Bubble Bobble, I gotta play this. And there's like another Bubble Bobble game too.
Bubble Bobbles.
Well, there's the Lost
This
Level.
is a bubble game.
Right?
I have them all.
I think this is like a
Islands.
genre.
Yeah.
There's
Rainbow
even a new
Island
one.
is pretty good.
Goofyfoot's saying
Yes,
Killer Instinct
there's
is
a new
janky.
multiplayer one.
We have some good conversations going about janky fighters.
You want to janky fighters are those two blood sport or time killers. They're janky.
The biggest disappointment with those with me is no online.
Yeah,
why you would
exactly.
take two titles like that and not have online? It's a huge miss.
Because that just elevates the game. Like, because I don't want to.
I don't want to play fighting games versus a computer. I just don't.
Yeah.
I want to play fighting games versus people. Absolutely, Puzzle Bobble, Bust a Move. Those are some of my favorite bubble type games. Bust a Move.
This is my favorite. This is in the puzzle category, but
I love this game. Yeah,
the element that you're it's almost like a fighting game in a way against an opponent. It's my favorite puzzle.
You're
game
sending over like damage to them, like in a fighting game.
And we also do have 1 and 2, but 3 is the only one that's currently you can play online against people.
And 3 is really the best one. So I mean, we got the best one online right now. Next game. This game got selected a lot.
Cy Badler.
Yeah. Transformers game.
Dude, this is so badass. This game.
It's cool. Yeah.
Warrior Blade.
Yeah.
Another great one.
Yeah, it's coming soon. It's a
fun game.
Oh, I know what this is. Brooklyn, this is you.
As a Brooklyn's list?
Yeah. I think this is something from Brooklyn.
Oh, this is that part 1, right? The
Evo Land.
Yeah, Evo Land 1 and 2. Did you beat 2 yet, Brooklyn?
No, I beat the first one. The first one you can pretty much beat in one sitting.
Couple
the second
hours.
one's a lot longer.
Yeah, it's 18 to 25 hours.
And Ryu's good.
But it's really cool what they did with all the time travel elements in the second one.
Yeah, and they play with it a lot.
The old intro.
Windjammers.
Yeah, maybe if you
Windjammers.
blow on the iiRcade, that'll make it work. We got Noquarter joining us.
Shout out to Atari.
Yeah, Rainbow Island.
Okay, maybe we have something fixed.
I hear Gunther and KC.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound better, Noquarter.
We're about 2 hours in and we just got a game to work.
Been one of those kind of nice guys.
Early days of online.
Early days of online. Looking at more games you can play with friends. All you need to do is have a friend that has an iiRcade. And I'm just saying, reach out, make a messenger group of people that you like to play games with. You don't need to play with strangers all the time.
This game is the perfect game for a tournament, get 12 to 14 people, bracket it up. It just begs for it. The only problem I have with Windjammers is the timer is so short if you're playing single player. I just wish it would just go on a little longer. But this game is a must own. Online's awesome.
If you don't have any friends, hey, I'll be your friend. Drop me a message, Paul. I've known you for a while. Drop me a message, Paul. I'd love to play games with you.
Paul, here's what you do. You buy another iiRcade and you force your wife to play next to you in the basement while you're up in the loft.
There you go.
Why do you need another iiRcade for that?
So she's not in the same room with you, so she's not yelling at you.
Okay, it's not 2 hours, but for anyone out there, if you've ever done a live show, when things don't work, time just seems to go on forever.
Okay, now when they first came out with the online, we were hoping and praying that it would connect.
Yeah.
But once it connected, it played perfect.
Yeah.
So they've really worked on that a lot. Anyone that's stuck with iiRcade, the online is progressively, slowly gotten better with each update. Shout out to iiRcade for continuing to work on it, and I'm ready for the next firmware update. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we hope the firmware upgrade might bring more than just behind the scenes stuff, right? We might get some UI.
It's progressively gotten better.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I'm thinking with the firmware update, I haven't even been thinking about it including improvements to online. I'm just thinking they're going to be integrating in other stuff. They seem to have a little bit bailed on the online stuff, as far as keep pushing it forward.
I think they put out so much so fast. They have what?
Remember the original
games? They have
when
55
it came out?
games online right now. They have more games than Arcade 1-Up has in all.
The original idea was that they were going to be putting out 5 games online a week.
Yeah,
and they were doing that for a bit.
Yeah, they were doing that for a while.
Now it's a lot a new game will come out, and that will a lot of times be online. Right out of the gate. Make your character go in one direction a lot faster.
No, how do you do that?
You hold the button and you push in the direction you want to go. It kind of shows you when you start the game.
Okay.
So
what up, Ichabod?
Papa Brad took that match. I say you definitely got to get into another match.
Okay.
I remember getting this game.
So this was an earlier Friday Night Arcade.
Well, check the stats too.
Yeah, she looks pretty good. But I don't know.
But some characters are a lot faster than others.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like I got booted.
You got booted?
No, it says just a moment.
Okay, now it finally put me back.
Okay.
Yeah, this game has a lot of really cool variables to it. So the very top players, they are easy to play because they move slower, or actually move faster, but they're weaker. The guys on the bottom move a lot slower, but they're a lot stronger. So you have,
see, this is the type of game though that it's so much more fun when you're playing it against somebody.
It is.
Yeah.
I would not want to play this versus the computer.
To me, the computer cheats when I was playing this a lot. The computer just makes inhuman moves.
Still in alpha phase, not even beta phase for the online.
Yeah.
It's almost a year, right? When did we start getting these games? Like April, May?
So many things to it.
I think I started
March?
the show like 10 months
March.
ago.
Yeah, like it's pretty fast, really, if you think about it in a time frame of what they've done and the little bit of time they've had.
Yeah.
Speaking of like a fighter, what is the name of the sports game that they enabled with online last week?
Oh, that's the basketball game, right?
No, not the basketball game. The one
Heavy
where
Smash?
you have to kind of run with the ball.
Heavy Smash?
The Heavy Smash.
I bought that game and I never got a chance to play it because I always play it online.
We need to kick that one on tonight. That game, it's better than Windjammers to me.
Here, I'll see if I can get that going. I'm not getting anybody in breakers, so I'll fire that one.
So what do you think? What's a better game, Windjammers or Heavy Smash?
Heavy Smash, because Heavy Smash is more fun to spectate. This one is way faster paced. You know, the cord is tight, so this one goes really fast.
To me, this is more like
dude, like it's
more instant satisfaction. Like it's a quick battle, back and forth. It feels like you're playing for a minute, but it's like 4 seconds.
Full blast. And sometimes you throw it so fast it'll hit the goalie and knock him into the goal.
Kind of like rugby.
Yeah.
There's specials in this too, you know.
Yeah, just like a fighter.
Yep. There's
Heavy Smash.
Looking good.
Looking good. All right, going on.
Here we go. This is Heavy Smash on the iiRcade. This made a lot of lists. A lot of people put this in their top 90s games.
Yeah.
And Stoneball, which is not a highly talked about title on the arcade, is a lot like Heavy Smash with cable.
I don't know why people don't.
Stoneball doesn't have online, does it though?
No, not yet.
If it had online, we'd be playing it probably.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a fun game.
Look like Transformers. Like a Transformer.
Look how cool this is.
All these games are fun to watch.
Absolutely. Shout out to iiRcade.
In Noquarter, I'm over here just monitoring things from like my main area. When you guys are ready to launch that game, just let me know.
Okay.
Brooklyn's being like a flight
MC.
controller. Yeah.
Kind of what I was planning on doing, just waiting on these guys to get done with
We're all trying to just figure out how this stuff worked when we were doing this.
Try to do a 8-player run. Or I guess 6 players.
I'm not going to fail you on this one, but these guys are good. I mean, some of these guys had parts in making this game.
Yeah, we might have a little more experience playing it. We've been playing it for a while. Oh, good throw.
We got a tied match here.
During the tiebreaker as well, so it's really, really tough. What is that?
That's got guns.
Meteor fall on the ground? Out of the air?
I think Papa Brad's doing drop kicks on him.
Good block.
Definitely check this out. Heavy Smash on iiRcade. This is being played online. Online play. Available now.
Look at that.
Yeah, how are you shooting fire?
tiebreaker.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. This happened to me and Casey. They've been dealing with this now. We went to the sudden death stuff.
Now I've charged it up and thrown it so hard that it actually knocked the goalie into
Yeah,
the
that's
score.
That's happened to me.
How do you charge it up? You hold it down?
Possibly.
Yeah, I never figured it out. It's been applied to me, but I've never figured out how to do it myself.
Go! Oh, jeez.
Ooh,
I
that's a
haven't
big
shot
fire.
fire out of my hands.
Gotta
I
wait
don't
till
know
your
how to do
power.
that.
Is this gonna end in a tie?
And then the tie. Oh, tie game.
Let's fucking save it for the iiRcade.
Save it.
Yeah, we want
I would say
to
leave it
battle
right there.
All right. Good game, man.
Okay, Pamela, we have to wait for you. Okay, so guys, what y'all think of Heavy Smash? Y'all fans?
It's a
Awesome.
fun game.
Okay. That brings us to our last topic. What y'all have going on? We could start with who wants to go first.
I know what Kevin and I have going on after tomorrow.
Yeah.
You may have to erase two more squares.
Yeah,
That are never
we
going to
might
be seen
be-
again.
Papa, our resignations might be put in.
Yeah.
We're changing our names to PSVR Arcadians.
I hear you. Well, y'all got the virtual reality.
I know it's
yeah.
the 90s,
coming
but
on, yeah.
we both got the PSVR 2 showing up tomorrow. So
Brooklyn,
Okay.
we're going past the Lawnmower Man, right? If you want to talk
Yes.
90s.
But I still do plan on showing up for my show this Friday night, 10:35 p.m.
You might be wearing it.
Eastern.
Yeah.
on my
Are you going to
channel.
play or just wear a
Yeah.
headset?
Yeah.
I'll just be sitting there with the thing
Yeah,
on my
sitting there, hey
face.
guys.
What is that show, Brooklyn? I can't remember the name of it. What's that show called?
My show is called the Friday
Yeah.
Night Arcade Show.
Oh, the Friday Night Arcade Show. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good show. And I'd like to give if you haven't joined, we have a official Facebook page for iiRcadians. Join our Facebook group. It's a really good Facebook group. It's friendly. No trolls allowed. So come join it. Come join a good Facebook group. We got one for the iiRcadians. I know Brooklyn, we have a lot of good community members that post stuff in there. So thank you to everyone that's participating in our Facebook group. So what else we got going on?
I think this week I was making fun of that Princess Quest game.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
actually think this week on the Friday Night Arcade Show, I will review Princess Quest while doing
serious?
the one chip challenge.
All
I'm gonna
right.
eat the chip
I think
and
you
then
need to
do
eat
my
it.
review
No,
right
well,
after
That's what
I
I'm
eat it.
talking about.
I seen you playing
Oh,
it, Brooklyn. You were trashing that game, and I think I seen some scores
Yeah.
in the Facebook group. I think you need to eat that chip.
Hey, we
I
got a
figured
shout out to Rexer. Rexer just showed up. Rexer,
Here, might
this
as
is the
well
end
put
of the
it to
show.
some
You
use.
missed it all.
Well, except that Brad said he didn't get $1 million in Robotron, Rexer. We were right.
No, it was
the other
150,000. I got confused.
Yeah.
It was Saturn Deluxe.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, shout out to you guys playing Robotron. I love Robotron.
Great game.
Man, we were laughing at you so hard when you were playing that.
Oh, dude.
that was
Yeah.
awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, but all of a sudden I see pictures with scores by Brooklyn Menace. I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, this guy
Dude,
trashed this game, and
dude,
now he's trying to beat it.
I'm gonna
What's
give
going on
I'm gonna
here?
give online. I'll give props to you on the show. Whoever finishes Princess Quest first, post the picture on the iiRcadians Facebook page, and I will literally do a special segment for you on the show. Post a picture of the end screen, of the boss being beat in the end screen of
luck.
Princess Quest. Hey, I'm in the castle. I'm at the final level now.
I got to the level
Today I got to
before
the castle.
end.
Mhm.
It's man, it's I did say a
Great
bunch
retro
of
game.
times on Friday
my
night
goodness.
that I will not be playing
Yes.
the game.
Finally. I thought it would never happen.
You want to play a
I thought it would
a
never
super chat
happen.
thing? Go
Here
ahead.
we go.
Play your
Which
thing
one?
and
Wait,
I'll
I'm
do
sorry.
a
I need to
shout
have a lower link. I'm supposed to act like I can't read. Lowerlings, can you read the
I'll do it for you.
Message? Thank you, buddy.
Shout out to StringerFilms with that $2 super chat. I suggest copywriting the original Facebook group.
That's right. And there you go. Shout out. And wait a minute. I got something special for him.
Which one you hit?
Already tried. You love me. You should look into my eyes. Call me cutie. I like how they realize that I'm here to stay. That I'm reaching for the sky. 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 That I'm here to stay. That I'm reaching for the sky.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's up? We got Brooklyn full screen. What's up? Dollar bills, y'all. Yeah, man. We're up in our game over here.
You know what's funny? Everyone always
we're
that
too
Baby
ugly.
Yoda
We don't
character.
get super chats.
Do you know I've never seen
Stringer.
I've never seen that show or that character until you guys started showing it. I know everyone talks about it, but I've never watched that show.
The Mandalorian?
No,
Grogu?
never. Not even one time.
What?
I've never watched it.
Dude, you're missing out. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. Just binge it. It's definitely it's worth watching. It's fun. I mean, he's adorable. Who doesn't love Baby Yoda? I mean, come on, look at this guy. I mean, come on.
Is he legit though?
He is legit. He is maximum legit. Okay. So Dave, you're not a YouTuber. You're just here because you're cool. I talk to Dave almost every day.
He's too cool for YouTube, not like us.
He's too cool for YouTube, but
wait. What do you mean?
Dave is almost
every day.
Dave,
I feel hurt here. I feel hurt. What's going on here, Kev?
Maybe we'll let you in our secret iiRcadians Illuminati. Shout out to Proper Brad's Gaming iiRcadians Illuminati.
It's insane because there's like 4 or 5
Season 3 coming up.
Completely different stuff.
Yeah, we talk about crazy stuff. You know, Jeff Rainwater talks about wearing women's pajama pants. These are like some of the topics that we have in our group chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's that, and then Mikey's really into his Switchcade now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He did a pretty good video on Punch Out.
What's great about being in a group chat with Papa Brad, it's like 2 a.m. You're about to get lucky with a girl, and then all of a sudden your phone just goes ding.
Dang it!
Texting you.
Princess Quest.
Hey, check out this picture of my high score.
It was going crazy.
I'm literally not even lying when I say that.
Sorry about that.
I know I'm joking, but it's actually true. It's happened.
It's happened to all of us, Brooklyn.
Go back to sleep. Rainwater's the one you got to worry about with that. He's up. I don't understand how that guy does it, dude. He's up at like 5 a.m. our time, Brooklyn, right? It's 2 a.m. for him.
Oh no! Oh no! We have another chance for a video to be played.
Yeah, my wife thinks I have another girlfriend on the side texting me at 3 a.m.
Papa Brad's your side chick.
Dude, the only one that my wife knows it's Rexer. So when she sees me, is that Rexer? I'm like, yeah, it's Rexer. Is it?
Ichabod, I only have 2. Tell me which one you want. You want Baby Yoda or do you want the other one? Put it in the chat. I'll play it.
You have to say the Dancing Girls.
The Dancing Girl is pretty cool. Yeah, I'll make some more.
Yes, I'm the on-location reporter, Ichabod.
Yes, he is. If you didn't get a chance, I do have a what was that place called you went to?
Penn's Mechanical.
Penn's Mechanical. Yeah, it's an arcade tour.
There's a bunch of them all over the place.
Okay, here's the second one. Let's see. Let me find it. Shout out to Ichabod Crane with the $1.99 super chat. You can see him all over the iiRcade leaderboards. He is a true gamer. He's been on the iiRcadians. We appreciate you being here.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
They're rolling in, Papa Brad.
Oh, Jesus. Now they're not going to let you
Jimmy Carter.
They're not gonna let you stop. He's 98 years old, guys. It's his time.
Hope not. Hope not.
Well, hopefully Jimmy Carter didn't see that super chat video, or
that might do it.
Like,
some bad news coming in.
That might do it. That might have done it. That might have done it.
Well, you got one more, so.
Oh, you got another one. Wow.
Got another one.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another StringerFilms. Oh,
We're going to make 8 more super chat videos.
When he
now,
died,
dude,
5 days, nights straight. Oh, man.
This is more super chats than I've gotten this year, I think. Thank you so much.
They want to see that girl.
They want to see that girl. Brooklyn, I'm onto your tricks.
Yeah, dude. Camp counselors. You got.
Here she comes.
This is a fact. I'm 58 years old. 58. I'm 58. 58. Your channels are going down. You made a little money off of YouTube, but the game is over. Sticking it to the man. Peace out.
Guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. I just got to do a copyright claim against Papa Brad. For
there you go. There you go. Yeah. But a shout out to Cuddles Arcade. Yeah, since I'm getting copyright claims, we might as well play this too to end the show. And then I'll just put it right into the ending. So
taking this channel down tonight.
Yeah.
So we can play VR then, Brooklyn, if you take it down.
Play him away, my friend.
That's just what I need to take my revenge out on He-Man. I need that.
Fine, I'll be lookout.
I'm the boss. I'm lookout. Get in there.
I never stole a car, but I'll try. There's a lot of buttons up front. If I hit one of those, I might start it.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't just hit anything.
Fine.
Be careful.
All right, man, I get it.
Yeah, you'll get it all right if He-Man comes out here and fucks your ass up. I don't need that trouble today.
I know damn well I don't got no thieves in my house. I had my liquor sitting right there. Where the fuck is it? Am I gonna have to fuck somebody up that's in my crew? I need me something to drink. I gotta get my head straight. Yeah, I think I might have to call Wonder. What? What the fuck? Who touched my shit? I swear it better not be that bitch. How do I turn this shit off? It won't shut up.
You fucking dummy. I told you not to hit the wrong button.
I don't got time for this. It's broken.
Why me?
Oh, the nerve of them bitches trying to steal my shit. I'm gonna knock somebody the fuck out. Matter of fact, yup, they get knocked out. Skeletor wants to come looking for a fight. He's gonna get a fight. I'm gonna knock him and his boy straight the fuck out. Y'all really trying to steal my car?
Hey, it's not what you think. We was just looking at it.
Yeah, we just checking it out. Is that gonna be a problem? You goddamn right it's a problem. It's gonna be a problem when I punch your teeth straight out.
No need to get your panties in a butt, He-Man. It was just a simple accident, that's all.
Yeah, an accident. Y'all must think I got a dick on my forehead, huh? Y'all's full of shit. Y'all getting fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming next, but I'll stand back here.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on. I told y'all to get the fuck on that shit.
Ah, my back. Fuck, that shit hurts.
That's what your bitch ass gets, Skeletor. You should have been on my shit.
That really fucked my back up, He-Man, you piece of shit.
Fuck you, Skeletor. Don't come back. I bet him and his flunkies won't try to steal my car again. Shit. Now I gotta figure out who's the fucking thief that stole my liquor.
Thunder Punch He-Man, new from the Masters of the Universe collection. Skeletor and Castle Grayskull, each sold separately. From Mattel.
Shout out to Mr. Home Arcade. Always supporting our channel. Thank you so much, Mr. Home Arcade. Formerly CT Jason. Maybe he's still CT. Yeah, another fallen member due to things that people do to people that are in iiRcade.
I don't think he fell. I think he lost his mind.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. But thank you to
I'm about
everyone.
to go take all my kids' He-Man figures away after watching.
Really.
That's the He-Man show I want to watch. If you're not checking out his content, he's doing some really fantastic stuff with the He-Man, and he's got a great channel. Please go subscribe to everyone here that has a channel. And with that, we're going to leave with this. This is the end. This time for real.
Oof.
Boom.
There you go. Yeah.
That was
awesome.